Yo, what's good, witnesses? It's been a minute, it's been too long, but I'm back. And I can't wait to start dropping videos consistently again. Because LeBron is almost at the end of his career, but his legacy? Nah, that's not going anywhere. There's too much noise right now, too many narratives, too many lazy comparisons, and enough is enough. So we're back, and we're dropping bangers every week. Let's get it. There's a lot of noise going around right now saying that Luka Doncic is a lot like LeBron James. Same size, same heliocentric offense, similar numbers. And I understand why people make that comparison. But the more I watch Luka, the more I realize something. He's nothing like LeBron. At all. What separates LeBron from Luka isn't athleticism, it isn't stats, it isn't even defense. It's basketball intelligence. It's understanding the game at the highest possible level. LeBron plays chess, Luka plays checkers. And if that sounds crazy, let me explain. Here's the real difference. Luka Doncic is brilliant within a possession. He understands angles, he understands counters, he understands how to manipulate a defender one-on-one. That's high-level skill, but LeBron's intelligence operates at a different scale. LeBron isn't just reading defenders, he's reading an entire floor. He's reading the second rotation, the weak side, the next action before it happens. Luka is solving problems. LeBron was preventing them. That's the different tier of understanding. Luka controls possessions, LeBron controlled games. There's a difference. Luka walks the ball up, calls for a screen, breaks down the coverage, creates a shot or a lob at an elite level. But LeBron would manipulate tempo, attack early before help sets, set up mismatches 2 possessions in advance, shift defense's focus across quarters, change the entire rhythm of playoff series. That's not just a skill, that's command. Luka's greatness shows up in scoring gravity. He forces help, he creates open threes, he creates lobs, but LeBron elevates entire teams. He made role players smarter, he organized spacing, he dictated defensive coverages, he turned average talent into functional playoff units. Plug prime LeBron into almost any roster. The IQ of that roster increases. That's floor raising. That's understanding a game at a level where you enhance everyone else's understanding, and that's rare. Luka reads the move in front of him. LeBron reads 3 moves ahead. Luka wins possessions. LeBron wins quarters. Luka manipulates defenders. LeBron manipulates systems. That's the separation. When LeBron was Luka's age, he already made it to the finals, won MVPs, finished top 2 in Defensive Player of the Year voting, anchored elite defenses, controlled playoff tempos. Luka right now is an elite scorer, elite offensive brain, but not a two-way commander of the game. And that's no disrespect, that's tier separation. Luka's a generational offensive talent, but LeBron was a generational basketball mind. And when you combine that level of intelligence with elite athleticism and elite defense, you're not talking about similar players, you're talking about different levels of control. So if you think they're the same, don't show me stats. Show me command, show me floor raising, show me two-way control, because that's where the real gap lives. One of the biggest differences between LeBron and Luka is impact, not numbers, impact. LeBron can score 25 points in a game and make it feel like 40, not because of the stat sheet, but because of control. LeBron doesn't need to just score. He scores at pressure points. He scores when momentum is shifting. He scores when the defense is starting to settle. He scores to stop runs. He scores to ignite runs. His buckets change the temperature of the game. And even when he's not scoring, he's dictating pace, he's manipulating help defenders, he's setting up mismatches before they become obvious, he's calling out coverages, he can dominate a game with 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and 2 defensive rotations that don't show up on the stat sheet. And it feels overwhelming, because the game is being played on his terms. Now if you transition to Luka, he can go for 40, and there are nights where it's devastating. But there are also nights where his 38, 40, 42 points doesn't feel like much. And it doesn't feel like the game was controlled. It feels like the possessions were dominated. There's a difference. When Luka scores big numbers, it often comes through high volume isolations, high usage, late clock creation, heavy dribbling. He breaks down defenders, but the rhythm of the game doesn't always shift because of it. The defense isn't always bending the same way it did with LeBron. That's not saying Luka's points don't matter. It's saying that LeBron's impact is extended beyond scoring. LeBron's 25 controls the game. Luka's 40 controls the possession. That's a different level of influence. And yes, Luka does have dominant playoff performances. He's had games where his scoring completely dismantles teams. But the consistency of control, the ability to win without scoring, the ability to close games by reading instead of forcing, that's where LeBron separates. When LeBron plays, the game feels organized. When Luka plays, the game feels reactive. LeBron creates structure. Luka creates chaos. And chaos can win games, but structure sustains dominance. That's the difference. LeBron doesn't force dominance. He demands it when the game requires it. LeBron has always played the right way. He lets the game come to him. And for years, people criticized him for that. He's too passive. He should shoot more. He should take over earlier. But that was never the point. LeBron understands something most players don't. You don't impose yourself on the game. You read it. And when the game demands 40, he gives you 40. When it demands 30, he gives you 30. And when it demands 18 points and 14 assists, he gives you that. That's control. Let's be clear. LeBron is an elite scorer, arguably the greatest scorer in NBA history. All-time leading scorer, over 40,000 points. You guys get the gist of that. And he did it without being a shot hunter, without being a volume-obsessed scorer, without forcing possessions. And that's absurd. Because he could have been a 23 to 25 shot a night player, but he chose to play the game correctly. He chose to make the right read. He chose efficiency over ego. Luka, on the other hand, often dictates the game through scoring pressure. He imposes his scoring early. He controls possessions with volume. And that's elite in his own way. But it's different. LeBron adapts to the game. Luka bends the game towards his scoring. That's a philosophical difference. LeBron's greatness isn't that he can score 40. It's that he doesn't have to. And when he does, it feels inevitable. The entire game has already been under his control. That's why his 25 feels like 40. Because every decision shifts momentum. That's mastery. So the next time someone says that LeBron and Luka are similar, share this video. They have no clue. The more I watch Luka play, the less and less I think he's anything like LeBron. There's levels to this. Luka's a great player, awesome at what he does. LeBron's the greatest player to ever live. If you're a LeBron fan, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Welcome to the LeBron Factory. We are all witnesses. I'm out.